As you can see, I emptied out all the bottles that I pee in and fill up. Um, it doesn't matter. I can fill up a fucking keg full of piss. And excuse my language, but I'm just talking real. And the FBI won't admit me to the hospital. But if I live long enough, I want to fill the majorities up. And I'll be severely dehydrated again. I'll be back in the emergency room. As I'm recording this, it feels like I got a fucking golf ball in my throat. It burns. My chest is hurting. My chest is burning. I'm lightheaded. My mouth is bone dry. My leg is still throbbing from my calf. My left leg from my calf to the bottom of my foot to the top of my thigh. I have a blood clot. The FBI knows I have a fucking blood clot. And they don't want to give me an ultrasound. The FBI is going to do everything in its power to make sure I'm not admitted to the hospital. Because I have too many ailments going on with me. And that's not even including, I don't even talk about this infection in my leg that's still clearly infected. You know, but, and my UTI that the FBI doctors won't treat neither. Or the pneumonia I'm dealing with, on top of everything else I got going on. The FBI did a modern day Tuskegee experiment on me. I urinated a liter while I was in the, almost a liter while I was in the emergency room. This is how much I've urinated thus far. And, it'll only be, it could be minutes or hour. The avalanche will start, and I'll just start peeing nonstop. And that's what happens all the time. What the IV fluids does is, and the FBI tried to ask me what's the difference between IV fluids and and oral fluids. You know, these people keep on telling me to orally hydrate myself. Like I said, it doesn't matter because I'm not dealing with doctors. I'm dealing with killers. You know, anybody who's watching my videos in my labs, the FBI says on my papers, which the majority of them are lies, but they still look fucked up. I would be admitted to the hospital. But since the FBI is in full control of my health care, I'm not going to get admitted to the hospital. And if I happen to go to cardiac arrest at any hospital where the FBI's killer staff is, and that's every hospital I go to, there's no chance of me being resuscitated. None. Now, they gave me a COVID test today. I've had two prior to this, and they were negative. What's happened to me is not COVID. It's diabetic ketoacidosis. I got a blood clot, acid indigestion, acid reflux from all the acid in my blood that has destroyed my stomach. And only treatment the FBI killer Rachel Routbed gave me was she just patted my stomach and told me that it hurts. There, touched all around. I told her the spots where it hurts at. Top of my stomach, bottom of my stomach. That's all the medical treatment I got today. You would think because all this acid reflux, and they keep giving me acid indigestions. Matter of fact, this prescription, what they gave me right here, it's not doing nothing for this acid reflux. Because I don't think acid medicine does anything for diabetic ketoacidosis. This diabetic ketoacidosis is so bad, and I've been battling it so long, it's destroyed my stomach. I cannot eat cinnamon, garlic, ginger, anything spicy, citrus fruit, citrus acid. I mean, my stomach is all bloated and distended all the time, and it hurts. And all I got was a pat down today from the FBI killers. As long as I stay alive, I'm going to continue to document my murders. Not for the press, not for the public, not for the United States senators I send these videos to. And that's Senators Rand Paul, Mike Lee, uh, Warner, Cory Booker, and Tim Scott, and Vice President Harris. I've sent it to a few other senators too, but that's mainly who I send my videos to, and detailing my torture, frame, and murder by the FBI. The FBI has made me sending these senators to these United States senators, my videos, major states I'm sending them to part of this murder and frame operation. Like I've ever been to Kentucky, like I've ever been to Utah, South Carolina, Virginia, uh, New Jersey. I've been to New Jersey one time when the casino. That was a long time ago because everybody knows we have our own casinos now. But all them other states, I've never been there. I would like to see them one day, but I've never been there. People ask me. I was asked by the Pittsburgh police one time, "Why don't you write your own senators?" I wrote Pat Toomey. To his credit, he never responded to me, so I don't know what his thoughts of this though. But I wrote Bob Casey numerous times, and he responded. Not all the time, but he responded back in July 2015, and he told me he couldn't help me. After I told him, and I gave him the link with the FBI put in my camera to watch my 9 and 7-year-old daughter shower and bathe. Then, when they put another camera in my bathroom, I found it July 2018. He wrote me back and told me my problem was out of his jurisdiction. So obviously, this man doesn't value black life. So that's why I don't write my own home senators. I've watched Senator Rand Paul speak out against the Patriot Act and civil liberties and civil rights. Even though some people don't like him because of the Breonna Taylor incident. But I watched some of Rand Paul's speeches, especially the speech he gave on the Senate floor about the Patriot Act. And everything he said hit home with me. Because under this Patriot Act and these FISA courts, the FBI doesn't even have to prove a crime has been committed. I am not a terrorist. I am not a Muslim. Never been a Muslim. Never wanted to be a Muslim. I don't have any friends or associates that's foreign nationals. I've never been outside the country. But I've been under the Patriot Act for almost 6 years now. Just so the FBI can murder me. I write Senator Mike Lee because I've heard him talk about criminal justice reform. And I've heard him say positive things about civil rights and civil liberties. I write Senator Warner because I've heard him speak a couple times about civil rights. A few times, and I like what he had to say. I write Cory Booker because he's black. And as a black male, he should know what our plight is. And that's for Tim Scott. And I also like Tim Scott, and I like Cory Booker. What has happened to me, I used to be a Democrat, a strong liberal Democrat. Now I'm an independent. Just from the experience of what happened to me. The Democrats don't have a lockhold on civil rights and civil liberties like people think they do. Because if they did, none of this would be happening to me. The mayor of the city is a Democrat. Bob Casey's a Democrat. That doesn't mean a damn thing. It's the individual that matters and what they care about. But I write Democrats and Republicans equally. I just hope I live long enough to be a father to my daughters again. That's James and Claire Bulls. Because ever since I found that camera in my bathroom, July 2015, and when I was trying to writing complaints about the FBI, I didn't even know what a complaint was. I thought you wrote a complaint against the FBI. I didn't know that was like a formal proceeding to a lawsuit until, uh, 2018. But all those things that I wrote is on file. on Pacer. And I wrote, I think October 2015, that I was a dead man. I knew once the FBI put the Patriot Act on me and started giving civil rights attorneys offices I went to when I found their camera in my bathroom national security letters. I knew I was a dead man. I knew I wasn't going to survive this. And I wrote about that then. I want you people to read that. It starts off, today I found out I am a nigger and my life has no value. I wrote about this in October 2015. I knew the FBI wasn't going to let me survive this. They did too much to me. They had my house mic'd and wired like the real world without a warrant. And because the FBI, knowing they can get away with murder with the Patriot Act, I have no civil rights and civil liberties. When I got out of jail, they bugged my apartment again without a warrant. Put another camera in my bathroom. But somehow I'm going to try to outsmart the FBI, knowing they did all this to me and my daughters, tortured me, and run some fake criminal conspiracy. I call it fake because it hasn't, whatever the FBI says going on, that they just made the fuck up. And I'm pretty sure they got a couple patsies that don't know what's going on. It has never benefited me one iota. I'm pissing myself to death. I am fucking tired. I wish the FBI would just put a fucking bullet in my head. But I tell you what, I ain't gonna do it for them. Because I promised James and Clear Bulls that Daddy's gonna fight to the end. I'm tired of pissing every fucking day. Pissing like this. Pissing myself to death. I'm tired of my chest burning, my throat burning. I'm tired of feeling so fucking weak. All my joints hurt because the calcium buildup in my leg, in my body. I feel like an old fucking man. I am tired. I wish these people would just put a bullet in my head. Because I ain't gonna stop fighting and I ain't gonna quit. Pray for me, please.